Welcome everyone to another stream. Today we're going to be busting out the Atari Jaguar. Something I haven't done in quite some time now. Not because I don't really want to, but because I just don't have any games for it. Pretty much sold most of my library a couple of years ago in anticipation of an upcoming flash cart, and that flash cart got delayed and delayed and delayed, and it's still delayed. And so I've got a Jaguar with pretty much nothing to play on it except for Doom. And some Reboot cartridges that I actually got in the mail last week. Yeah, so Reboot actually had sent me a few of these carts, so I've got a couple of older titles here to mess around with, like Rebooteroids, Superfly DX, and Downfall Plus. So these are games I've actually streamed on Twitch several years ago, back when I used to have a skunk board, but I had also sold that in preparation for the new flash card. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played any of these games on YouTube. I can't remember, at least. I know I did one Jaguar stream where we played Cybermorph, and then we played a couple of other random games like Zoop, and I can't remember what else I played on that stream. That was like 3 years ago, probably. But yeah, we're gonna play 3 of these Reboot titles. Yeah, they're fun games, especially Rebooteroids. I actually did a Let's Play when that game came out several years ago. But Superfly DX and Downfall Plus are still really fun games as well, so I'm looking forward to showing those off for you guys. Some of these games are free downloads if you check the description box, and if you have a Jaguar or if you do Jaguar emulation, a lot of these should work fine in emulation. You can download the ROMs there, like I think Superfly DX, and then the original Downfall is available on Reboot's website. I have a link down below. Rebooteroids is not for download, but it is still available at places like Atari Age. You can purchase a cartridge there. And then Downfall Plus, as of doing this stream, I don't think is actually available anywhere. They might be releasing some sort of compilation cartridge or something in the future. I thought I saw something over on Atari Age about that a little while ago, so it's possible Downfall Plus might get a re-release if any of you guys are interested in checking that out. But the original Downfall is still great too. Just different sort of scrolling routines in the background and whatnot. So it has a completely different visual style in the background, but the gameplay is very similar, if not identical. So, but yeah, this should be a fun stream, and yeah, we got a few people out there. Sorry, guys. Sorry I didn't schedule this stream a little bit earlier, guys. I meant to do this earlier today, but work got really busy, and I just wasn't able to do it. And by the time I got the thumbnail ready, it was already time to go. So I hit start stream. I didn't even bother scheduling it in advance. So I apologize for that. Our turnout's probably gonna be really, really low today as a result, because no one knows that I'm gonna be streaming, or that I am here streaming. So. That's another reason to keep your notifications turned on. That way, when I just happen to go live, you get pinged about it, and then you can stop in and say hello. That Highlander game is bad, bad, bad. I have no comments on that. I've played it just a little bit, but I haven't played it enough to form any like meaningful opinion on it. I do like its kind of archaic graphic style. It's a lot like Alone in the Dark in that regard. Although I much prefer Alone in the Dark's, more spooky theme. Alone in the Dark, the original, is still a personal favorite of mine from back in the day. And I've always wanted to try to go through Highlander, but unless this Jaguar flash cart, the Jag Game Drive, ends up having CD-ROM support like it was, like he attempted, I'll probably never get a chance to play that game all the way through, because I sold my Jaguar CD a few years ago, and I cannot see myself buying another one with the prices. They've just gone straight through the roof, unfortunately, which is a bummer, because I would like to show off some of that stuff on stream. But yeah, Red, welcome to the stream. Society, welcome. Streets, and Yanni, I always forget, Janie. Well, maybe another stream idea. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, if I can't get a Jaguar CD, and if the flash cart doesn't end up having CD support, then I'm not gonna be able to do it. But hey, Stexor, cool. But if you got to add your favorite for the system, Zool 2, to list the games you're gonna play. Well, I'm playing games by Reboot, and Reboot did not create Zool, so like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with Zool 2. I've got multiple playthroughs of it on my channel, and yeah, there is. I do have a history with Zool 2, both good and bad. Oh man, whew! A long day for me, long week for me actually. So I'm just trying to get settled in here. Whew. I actually haven't streamed at all this week on Twitch. Yeah. Have I? No, I streamed Sunday night, and since then we're on Wednesday night now. So I don't know. It's been a few days. Normally I stream every day, just because I've got nothing better to do with my life. So yeah, before we jump into the actual games, we've got Rebooteroids fired up. What's cool about Rebooteroids is it's got a jukebox, so you can just listen to the music. I love the soundtrack in this game. There aren't many tracks in the game, but the tracks that are here are really, really, really good. So, really glad they implemented a jukebox feature. But yeah, before we jump into it, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Red Zero Ranger, who actually pitched in quite a bit last week via Super Chat. So thanks a lot, Red, for that. And Nihilus as well, who actually joined up as a channel member. So thank you guys very much for supporting my channel. Thanks to everyone else that's continuing to support, either via channel memberships or via the weekly Super Chats. I really, really appreciate it. It helps me out so much. It kind of lets me justify continuing to do this on as regular of a basis as I do. The more support I get, the more likely I am to just, keep exerting efforts onto the thing that is my YouTube channel. So, yeah, and likewise, again, thanks to all the Patreon backers as well. If anyone out there wants to get my playthroughs early, consider supporting as a Patreon backer or a YouTube channel member. So with that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and play some Rebooteroids. So I actually haven't played this in quite some time. Let's go ahead and hit 0 to go back to the title screen. You can do that. It looks like we just dropped a bunch of frames. YouTube thinks that the stream ended, so yeah, it looks like it's come back up. So I don't know what's going on. Our CPU utilization is pretty high right now, which is annoying, and yeah, it looks like we dropped some frames, so you guys might need to refresh. So still here, says Red. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear, dude. If we continue to have lots of connection issues, I am doing a local recorded version of this stream, so I'll do the whole stream. It'll take us probably about 2 hours, and then I'll just upload it separately. So, but yeah, you have a lot of different gameplay modes here. Skirmish, basic arcade mode up top. You can play in co-op, and then there's Combateroids, where you buy, it's one-on-one. You try to destroy each other. It's kind of interesting, actually. So. And I'm going to actually refresh my studio dashboard as well, because the viewer count says it's only at 4. Now it's okay, it's 11. It just wasn't updating for some reason. So, okay. Yeah, I don't expect to have a ton of people here, because I didn't schedule the stream in advance, and I just quickly spammed it on social media before starting. So, yeah, we're just going to play arcade mode. That's pretty much it, and then we'll switch to the other game. But this will probably last us a little while. It's a really fun game.
Get ready.
And yeah, looking forward to playing it. I actually haven't played it in quite some time. So yeah, there is actually a scoring system in this game. You do get multipliers for killing stuff fast, if I recall correctly. You do get weapon upgrades as well. They're just per stage. They don't carry over from level to level. So you'll get things like a spread shot. You'll get a tail gun, so on and so forth. I think you'll get another dedicated gun that is just more powerful than your regular shot. And there we go. So it's in a similar vein as stuff like Tempest 2000, Defender 2000, things like that, where it's just a take on a classic arcade game with, updated visuals and whatnot. So the asteroids here are rainbow colored, and they just constantly flash. Nice little effect. You do still have, your UFOs that come out, things like that. Now there is, if I remember correctly, it actually incentivizes you to constantly move around and speed up. If you pick up speed to a certain point, I think your ship changes color. And when your ship is in a different color state, you actually activate some sort of like playfield multiplier or something like that. So it's actually, again, you're incentivized to keep moving. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just play it safe. I gotta turn this up in my headphones too. It's such good music. So you get some bonus stages here as well, and on this bonus stage you just want to hit the flashing asteroid, just like so. And these bonus stages get more complex as well as the game goes on. The whole game itself gets much more difficult as well. Do I have a Jaguar CD? No. At the beginning of the stream I mentioned that. I do not have a Jaguar CD. I've owned probably 3 or 4 of them now over the years. I sold my last one probably in, man, when was it? It was probably the end of 2014. Something like that. I remember it was before my brother moved out, so I was living in the other room, or doing all my streams and recordings from a different room. That's kind of how I sort of remember when things happened at this apartment. I've been at this apartment for almost 8 years now. Yeah, late 2012 is when I moved in here. And we're halfway through 2020 already as I'm doing this stream, so come October, it'll be 8 years at this place. But yeah, no, I've owned multiple Jaguar CDs. Probably won't own another one unless I just hit the lottery or something, because they've just gone up in price so much. I mean, even Jaguar consoles themselves are really difficult to justify in this day and age because of the, you know, how expensive they've become. But the Jaguar CD is like 3 or 4 times as expensive, if not more. So I think this power-up right here is actually double power. Yeah, there we go. You notice that my shot color has changed. It does more damage. You have to get a Jaguar to use the CD add-on. Well, yeah, it's an add-on. I mean, you probably also don't like the Sega CD or the TurboGrafx CD, you know? You gotta get the base consoles to use those. It just is what it is, you know? The Jaguar CD is not actually very good to begin with. The library isn't really worth messing around with, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got ports of games that you can get on other systems and better on other systems, so, you know, it makes them redundant. And then its exclusives are, they're okay. Some of them are okay. Like, Battle Morph is pretty cool. World Tour Racing's okay. Hover Strike CD, I mean, it's better than the cartridge version, but I still wouldn't call it a fantastic game. Not in this day and age, anyway. The best thing about the Jaguar CD is the virtual light machine, and even that is just something that I think kind of loses its luster over time. I don't use visualizers like I used to, you know, so you know, the benefit of, well, just the visual light machine, VLM, is not as cool as it used to be for me. It's still one of my favorite virtual light machines, or you know, light machines, but it's, you know, if I had a Jaguar CD, I would barely use that feature, you know. So, probably the best thing about Jag CD is being able to burn CDs of homebrew titles. For instance, like Superfly DX, you can actually get it, download it, and burn it to a CD and play it on your Jaguar CD. So if you don't have a flash card, you know, you can still play some of those homebrews. Is it the Jaguar CD had a really faulty laser lens? No, I don't think the lasers were usually bad on Jag CDs. It was just other aspects of the drive were bad, like the tray, the spindle. The spindle would often lock up, and you'd have to pry it up with like a butter knife or something. It was not good in that regard. Yeah, the Jaguar CD unfortunately is a pretty fickle piece of hardware as well. It's kind of infamous for that. Ooh, almost took a hit there. Now I'm going to have to be careful about looking at chat while I'm playing this, because there is a lot going on in this game. It's very easy to just look away and then die instantly. You notice that all these rocks are taking more to kill now.
Wave complete.
Hey, Uber Disco! And Alexander, welcome back.
Double damage. UFO detected.
Now there is hyperspace in this. I haven't been using it, so I just have to get back into the groove of doing that. Bonus wave approaching. Okay. So this one you kind of have to lead your shots. Phenomenal shooter, Strike Gunner? That's one of the more mediocre shmups on the Super Nintendo for me, personally. But if you think it's phenomenal and you love it, then that's what matters. I am not much of a fan. I actually beat that game, I think, for the first time on my SNES Shmup stream from a couple years ago. So for anyone that's interested in seeing that game in action, I do have a full playthrough of it on here. Strike Gunner STG. It's like the Space Invaders of Asteroids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the bonus stages, they actually had some different types of bonus stages, or similar, like Space Invaders style. But they're a little more fast-paced in the beta version of this. I did get to actually test the some of the early ROMs of this to provide feedback before it came out. And so it was interesting seeing the kind of the evolution of the game. The bonus stages were one of those things that got changed. So you actually, I think you earn extra lives when you complete bonus stages, so that's how you can, you know, try to survive through the game. So playing out those bonus stages is actually really, really important. Very, very important.
Wave complete. Range extended.
Range extended,
UFO
okay.
detected. Warning.
Yeah, you can see how my ship actually turned green because I started picking up speed.
Bonus wave.
And then once I started sitting still, the green turned back to red. It's actually kind of interesting going back to this after so long, because the last time I did a Let's Play of this was like, I think like 3 years ago. And, you know, I'd say some of my gaming skills have probably improved since then, so it's kind of neat going back and playing this again as a result. Alright, so we've got 5 lives.
Extra life.
Now 6, yeah, we got an extra life. You ordered a Fenrir? Okay. Let me know what you think of it, Uber Disco, when you get it. I'm still personally holding out for a Satiator. But I've heard good things about the Fenrir, as far as like its support anyway. Like they've released a lot of updates for it already. Fixing various issues, including compatibility.
Wave complete.
Primal Rage 2, yes, I would love to. I've barely played it though. I need to get it up and running in MAME. And then or I forgot, can you run it in MAME, or do you have to have, like, the specific version of MAME for... I remember there was, like, a dedicated build of MAME or something that just worked with Primal Rage. Primal Rage 2, I mean. Rage for MAME or something like that. I should actually do that soon. That's a good reminder, actually, because I really want to play Primal Rage 2, and I never have. I'm a huge, huge fan of the first game. Well, I guess I'm a huge fan compared to most people. Because most people don't seem to like Primal Rage, and I never quite understood it. I think what it is people just don't know how to play the game. You know, a lot of casual players, they go into a fighting game, they just smash the buttons a bunch and just hope that something happens. They don't really learn the moves or the combos. And that's the problem with Primal Rage. It's not a very good button mashing kind of fighting game. I mean, you can make stuff happen, but it's not really all that satisfying. A lot of time what happens with, I think, more casual players playing that game is they just do a bunch of just like straight punches and kicks and stuff like that, and or tail swings because it's Primal Rage. So they don't get the satisfaction of knowing how to actually really play the game. Which, I mean, I think it's really important to know how to play any game you play to get the most enjoyment out of it. But fighting games in particular, you really have to kind of know what you're doing, I think, to get the most enjoyment out of them. And Primal Rage is no exception. But when you know the combat, it's super fun. The combos are really satisfying. And if you're playing the arcade version on an actual arcade machine as well, it's still a beautiful looking game if you ask me. They did an awesome job with stop motion and animation and stuff like that. Yeah, so I really want to play Primal Rage 2 for sure. You notice I'm just doing like little tiny motions here to just, you know, circle around objects and whatnot. Oh, and I took a hit. I should have used my my warp. It's okay, we're doing okay on lives, so we're good there. Range extended. There we go.
Wave complete.
Oh yeah, no, the old Vector Asteroids is great, man. Yeah, no, I agree. You know, one thing I miss, one of the systems I do regret selling is my Vectrex. Because there is nothing like that. It's so cool. The games are actually really good too. I think it's got pretty much the best games from that era. Alright, this is gonna be tough. Ooh, got it. Didn't get it. How many waves? I think there's probably 100. Because I know if you go to the option screen, or not option screen, but there's a screen that lets you choose where to start from. You know, after you've played a certain amount, it's kind of like Tempest 2000, where you can sort of, you know, it saves your progress in a way, or it saves like the, you know, various checkpoints that you can restart the game at. And so I've seen a tier for at least level 90, so I'm guessing there's probably 100. Just a wild guess. I don't know for sure, though. Does anyone else from the Twitch streams hang out here? A couple of people. Like Duke Flukum is here as Dasan. Red Dwarf is here as just Red. I don't know if Red is still out there. You'll see Akela here. Aquas actually pops in once in a blue moon. We actually have a bunch of other Twitch viewers in here. MacX, there he is. Mac hangs out on Twitch as well. Yeah, YouTube's really good though, Uber Disco, for like more, you know, purposeful streams for me. So, if you ever see me live on YouTube, I'm actually doing something somewhat meaningful or something with a purpose. I'm not just streaming because I've got nothing better to do. I'm streaming because I want to show you guys something or whatever. So today I want to show you guys some awesome games by Reboot. Oops. Oh, I got lucky there. Thought I was gonna die. I just skimmed the side of the rock.
Bonus wave approaching.
And Adam. Adam is Saikazu STG over on Twitch. And what's going on, Adam? How you doing, man? Yeah, I meant to actually give a shout out to MacX again, because he actually picked me up a copy of 10 and Tell or 10 until for Steam, which is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. So I might try to cover that soon here, along with what was it, Devil Engine, which I think Andy Author picked me up. He actually reminded me about it a few weeks ago in one of my stream archives. He was like, "Are you gonna play my game?" And I was like, "No." And then I thought about it, and I was like, I should probably play his game. I think he got it for me back in the holiday season, Christmas. I had already, the thing is, I wasn't thinking about it on YouTube, because I had already played it on Twitch. But I think I'm going to try to combine those two into a single stream. So I'll play Devil Engine, and I'll play 10 Until, both together. So, watch out for that in the coming weeks. Mac X just got off work. Nice. Okay, this one is kind of a pain, if I remember correctly. So you kind of want to take these things out slowly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did I do that?
Hyperspace. UFO detected.
Oh, jeez. This could be the end of our game. When I was first playing this game a long time ago, I would just get wrecked by this level. And then I realized, oh, you have to take it kind of slow, you know? One thing at a time.
UFO detected.
Oh, jeez, man. I have to use this hyperspace like crazy.
UFO detected.
Alright, I think we're good. Alright, we're good.
Wave complete.
Did I play Zelda 4 Swords? Just briefly. You like to ask a lot of questions, Alexander.
Double damage.
Like, a lot of questions. A lot of questions. You're like the man with the never-ending set of questions. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do it.
Bonus wave approaching.
He's loving it. Okay. Alright, bonus wave. If any of you guys have answers to Alexander's questions, feel free to chime in. And start up some conversation. I'm trying to... I'm pretty sure I've been this far in the game. It's just been years since I played it. I don't remember exactly how far I've gotten. You do that too sometimes? Yeah, that's tough. Because I'm not exactly sure where the hitboxes are on this, you know, my main gun. Or my shot. What I'm loving is getting all these extra lives, though. That's what I'm loving. What is the meaning of life? There is no meaning of life. Or meaning to life. You live, you die, you become mushroom food. And you play video games in the meantime. Or between all of that. You hope that playing the video games between all that provides you some sort of meaning, but in the end, it doesn't. Wow, that's depressing. Gianni goes, it's hard to say. Uber Disco says pain and prosperity. Oh, man. See, if I wanted to try to build my score faster, I would be flying around like a madman, but I don't trust myself.
Wave complete.
I'm not answering that question, Red. If I got stranded on a desert island, I'd be worrying about a lot more things than playing video games. Playing video games would probably be the last thing on my mind. Oh no! I shouldn't have failed that one. That was actually not that hard.
Reassured. UFO detected.
Oh. Yeah, it was really nice that Reboot implemented sort of like a timer on the respawn. So in the earlier builds before the game was released, it would just pop you right back into play, regardless whether there was an asteroid or a star in the middle of the playfield. And now it brings up this this yellow box, and I think you just press A to spawn in, so you can kind of spawn in when you want. There are some levels where you just spawn in automatically, so you have to be careful about that. But regardless, when you die, it always pops up with the yellow box now, which is nice.
UFO detected.
And then you can just press, you know, the fire button to spawn in. Polish like that is, and attention to detail is very important in, you know, when you're making games like these. Because it was definitely a lot more frustrating to play before the final build. Oh, I hit the hyperspace, but it didn't register. I just hit it a few frames too late. Yeah, the music's really good, Society. And that's actually a constant theme in Reboot's titles, is the soundtracks. You're gonna, just like with you know, in Downfall Plus and Superfly DX that we're gonna play after this, you're gonna notice the same thing. There's, you know, good music. It's getting a little more hectic. Hey, Dasan, what's going on?
Double damage. UFO detected. Reassured.
Bonus wave approaching. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting this. Holy crap, I got it. Okay. All right. It is fun, yeah. It's great. It's definitely, I highly recommend this homebrew. Max desert game would be Iron Maiden Premium. That's a pinball machine for anyone wondering. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. This is kind of shisty. You guys really don't want me to get one-ups right now, do you?
Failed.
I think that was a little, I hope the next bonus stage isn't like that, assuming I make it that far. And I'm just taking my time here.
Extended.
Because one of the problems you have is just splitting all of them into a bunch of different pieces right away.
UFO detected.
I'd actually rather have the two-way. Double the firepower.
Twin shot.
When I have the two-way, I can go, you know, get a little more reckless. Although this stage isn't really that difficult. This is a pretty basic level. The big thing here is just everything... Oops, I didn't want to get that. Everything here just takes a lot of hits.
UFO detected. Warning. UFO hyperspace.
Oh, that was close. I almost hyperspaced right into a rock.
UFO detected. Hyperspace. UFO detected. Double damage. UFO detected. Twin shot.
Alright.
Wave complete. Hyperspace. UFO detected.
I think we're at level 52 right now.
Wave complete.
I don't think I've ever made it to level 52. This is uncharted territory for me. I feel like I had to have made it this far in the past, but I really don't remember. I feel like if I did, I would remember it.
Twin shot. UFO detect warning.
That double firepower, man.
Bonus wave of
There we go. Adam likes vodka. I had a bad experience with vodka a couple years ago. I'm trying to avoid it. Actually, I don't even think it was a couple years ago. I think it was last year. But the bad experience was my own damn fault. You know, it's one of those things. I just drank way too much of it. And my body did not like me at all the next day. And I actually haven't touched liquor since.
extra life.
The dots in the bottom left are your lives. You get them by completing the bonus stages, which we just did. And I think when there's only one dot left, you're actually on your last life. I think that's how it works. If I remember correctly. It's like I said, it's been years since I last played this. All right.
UFO detected.
For a flaky bandit. Oh, I'm up top. Oh, geez. This is another one of those take your time stages.
UFO detected. Twin shot.
There we go.
Complete.
With that power up. There we go. Oh! I was trying to dodge it and I failed. Lost my power up in the process. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna get too much farther.
Wave complete.
Carson, keep in mind that the Atari that did things like Battlezone 2000, blah blah blah, that's not the same Atari that made the Jaguar.
Detected.
The Atari that made the Jaguar basically sold off Atari to Hasbro in the late 90s. So the Hasbro Atari has nothing to do with the Jaguar Atari.
UFO detected.
Outside of the name. But I mean, Atari wasn't the only company doing that. There are a lot of other companies doing, you know, throwbacks to, you know, their old titles. Namco did it with a bunch of their games. Activision did it with some other games. And it was just kind of the in thing to do at the time. On the Jaguar specifically, though, it was a good thing. Because, I mean, those are some of the best games on the system, if you ask me. Tempest 2000 is a huge one. And Tempest 2000 specifically showed how awesome the retro remake can be when done right. I mean, Tempest 2000 is still an awesome game to play. It's so much fun. But I also really liked Missile Command 3D. They did a really good job on that. Defender 2000 has its fans. But as far as the 2000 name, you can probably thank Jeff Minter for that. Actually, I don't know who actually named the game.
Extra life.
Yeah, no, Adam, there are a ton of homebrew titles, yeah. And it's not slowing down.
Twin shot.
So the couple of, or the few Reboot games I'm going to show today are kind of old. Rebooteroids is one of the most recent, like, built from the ground up games they did. They have done a lot of Atari ST ports in the last couple of years since this game came out. Officially licensed and everything that you can purchase on cartridge. And they've got another one as of doing this that hasn't come out yet, but should be out soon, called The Last Strike, which is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. And then you can go to their YouTube channel and see, you know, work-in-progress builds of a gravity-oriented game. Kind of like, I guess, Lunar Lander, or like a little bit like Subterranea or something like that. Mega Drive Subterranea. I'm not sure what the progress is like on that one. I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, they're constantly working on stuff. And then there are several other homebrew developers as well. Ooh, hyperspace is just the right time. Everything's taking so many hits now. I feel like the hyperspace algorithm is specifically trying to put you in a relatively safe spot, and I like that. I think in the original Asteroids, hyperspace just put you somewhere completely random. So, I mean, there was a risk to using it. It's like, oh, you get it, you know, it's sort of get out of jail free, but oh, wait! No, it's not. You know, there's a risk to it still. But the risk is better than, you know, the impending impact that you're probably gonna, you know, take. So it's always worth the risk. Alright, bonus wave. Liquor hangovers are a different kind of hangover. Yeah, it wasn't a hangover, though, for me, Dasan. It was more like I got, like, physically ill. It wasn't like, oh, God, my head is so sore. Oh, you know. And that actually happened to me again recently with just standard beer. I just drank way too much. My body, as it gets older, just can't handle it anymore. I'm finding out. Finding out very much the hard way. Except with the more recent thing, I was ill for like a week. Yeah, it was kind of bad. So like I haven't actually had anything to drink in month and a half now at least. Hey, John Smith, welcome back. No, why did I do that, man? Ah, I'm going way too fast here. It's stupid. No, not on my liver hurts. I mean, it more like my gut's on fire. And my intestines are not doing their job now. Like, I have a serious organ problem sort of thing. Something much more serious.
You have warning. Hyperspace.
Had the hyperspace. You notice that I'm not shooting all the time? It's because, like, I don't want to burst apart these bigger rocks as I'm flying around.
Twin shot.
Ah! Why did I do that? Damn, we're down to 2 lives. Good run, though. This is definitely the farthest I've ever gotten. But, you know, I feel like I could probably, assuming there were 100 levels, I could probably beat the game in one fell swoop if I really paid attention. And didn't have any distractions. Chat's always a distraction, but it's also partially my fault for constantly trying to look at it as I'm playing. Don't chat and drive, folks. Oh crap, I wasn't looking. I was looking at chat. Do I try to... Yeah, no, I always try to play without help or hints. Now, if I get stuck, like if I'm playing something with puzzle elements and I just happen to get stuck, you know, I have no qualms with looking up a walkthrough or a guide or something like that. But yeah, no, I always figure games out myself. That's the most fun for me. And for me, it's really easy to figure out action games, you know, or arcade-style games. Because I've played so many over the years. It's just one of those things where, you know, you take the skills that you've learned from one game and it usually translates to another. And another, you know, so on and so forth. And then it becomes, it gets to the point where you can pick up a brand new game you never played before and it feels like you know, you just understand the mechanics immediately. You recognize patterns immediately, you don't have to think or really learn in a lot of cases, in a lot of situations. Which is why, like, I actually got a comment on my latest community tab post requesting me to make a video about, you know, my thought process going into new games, how I learn them, things like that. And it's like, I don't think about it. I just go in and I play. My mind just recognizes patterns immediately without me having to think about it. Because I've played so many games that are similar to one another. So, yeah. Yeah, so when you only have one dot left, unfortunately that means that you're on your last life. So... looking up a guide on puzzle games or point and clicks? Not really. I mean, I'm not going to spend a whole afternoon trying to figure out a puzzle. I think that's just a waste of time. I mean, I always try to figure something out on my own. But if I'm sitting there wandering around in circles for 20 or 30 minutes, I go straight to a walkthrough. I'm not wasting my afternoons on stuff like that. Life's too short. You know, it's one thing when you're a kid in middle school on your dad's computer. You got no obligations. No videos to deliver to people that are technically paying for them. But if your old grandma playing the old point and clicks on your old Macintosh, and you got all the time in the world to figure out the puzzles, then yeah, you can spend a month trying to figure out a single room. That's okay. For me, no, it's not okay. 24/7 King of the Hills on them. Oh man, I love that show. That's cool streets. I mean, people can use guides like that. I think that's really cool. Oh, Red's heading out. Take care, Red. Can I pronounce Jägermeister? We pronounce it Jägermeister over here. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. John Smith stopped drinking alcohol about 5 years ago. He just got tired of the way it was affecting him, just for his health. That's good, man. I'm trying to get there. I've done really well these last 6 months. I've drank... I've only drank probably about once every month and a half these last 6 months. Granted, I drink really heavily, but... that's as opposed to drinking like that, like, every week the previous year, and the previous year before that. So, I'm making good progress. I'm being helped by the fact that my body's just saying no when I try to drink heavily. I'm not against having a few drinks here and there, but my problem is once I start, it's kind of hard to stop. I get buzzed and energized in a way, and I don't want to quit. The maze puzzle is easy to solve. If you go up to one of the rooms, I mean, you probably know this already, but if you go up to one of the rooms on the second floor, you look at one of the rugs, it actually has the maze on the rug, and you just map out where to go. So you have to go like all the way down towards the end of the initial tunnel, make a right, and then you just kind of work your way down from there. Yeah, exactly, John. Some people are okay in moderation. I'm actually envious of those people. They can have a fun night, and then, you know, that's it. By the way, feel free to steal my web code there and upload. Go to their website and post the score. The score is probably not very good, actually, because I didn't stay in motion. I was playing very, very safe. Why does Cutthroat Island have no continues? Poor design choices. That's why. Alright, we're gonna switch over to Downfall. Cross your fingers for me that my capture card doesn't mess up. Because it does. It did last week when we were constantly switching games. And then we're going to end the stream on Superfly DX, because there is quite a bit of content in Superfly DX, so we'll probably play that one for a little while. Yeah, but most point-and-click games do get cryptic, though. Like the LucasArts games, the Sierra games. I mean, that's the type of stuff I'm thinking of. I don't really play a lot of games like that to begin with these days. But there are also just things where there's just very poor, you know, design choices. Stuff that's like... Oh, I don't know. There was a game I was playing relatively recently where I just ran around in circles for... you know, like a half an hour. And I just gave up and just looked up a walkthrough on YouTube. And it was something stupid that was right in front of me the whole time, but it wasn't obvious that I was supposed to be able to interact with it or something like that. So yeah, I have no shame in that. And I don't think anyone else should either, because again, life is short. But that's just always been normal for me. I grew up with Nintendo Power and strategy guides and stuff like that. That was always a regular... tool in our arsenal back in the day growing up. I mean, that's how we got through Castlevania 2 and Faxanadu and stuff like that. Yeah, we tried to figure out a lot of stuff on our own, but I mean, Nintendo Power was always there to save the day. Retro Simon, welcome back. What if I play Secret of Mana 2? You mean Seiken Densetsu 3? I don't know. I have never played it. Would I play English patched? Oh, I don't speak Japanese, so I think I would. Simon stepping by for a little while. I actually had Altered Destiny back in the day. That's the one I'm thinking of. It's a name I haven't heard in a while. Hey Mario, welcome back. Alright, so this is Downfall Plus. This is sort of an updated version of Downfall that Reboot created a long time ago. I think well over 10 years now. Downfall Plus is pretty much the same game as far as I'm aware, except it's got totally different, totally different visual styling in the backgrounds. So that sort of trippy visual style you see back there. You're going to see, you know, more sort of 3D-esque backgrounds. Whereas the original Downfall is a little more like Superfly DX that you're going to see after this, where it just uses lots of parallax scrolling, which I love that effect. So you get to see it in Superfly DX. But yeah, this has these updated pseudo 3D style backgrounds. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, if I play at Mac, I'm going to play Seiken Densetsu 3 translated, probably on the Super NT, if I play it. I don't have any plans to anytime soon. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump into it. This is a really simple game. So the idea is to just keep falling and not cross the bottom of the screen. And also not cross the top of the screen. So let me just do a demonstration here. So the second you touch, just not even the top of the screen, it's like just right below the top of the screen, it's game over. No continues or anything like that. It's just, you know, you go down and you see how far you can go. What's interesting, it actually kind of saves your score. So I did fire up this cartridge earlier just to make sure it worked and everything before we did this stream. And I played till basically the second area. Picking up fruits gives you extra points. And that's pretty much it. You do get a couple power-ups, like you get these balloons which let you float down a little bit slower, which is nice. Gives you more time to think about where you're going to land. You get shoes, which lets you jump. You get a rocket that lets you fly around for a little bit. Those are all temporary power-ups, but you'll see them the more we play here. There's the balloon. This game's also got really catchy music too. I love the music in Reboot's titles. It's one of my favorite things about their games. They're fun games, but the soundtracks always kick ass. Well, when they have soundtracks. I think Kobayashi Maru didn't actually have music in it. At least when I played the CD version. I'm not sure about... I thought they re-released that game. But I'm not sure what, you know, what improvements there were or anything. I haven't tried it. Here are the shoes, so we can jump. Yeah, so this plus version that you see here, you can't get anymore as of doing this stream. But again, I want to say they're doing some sort of compilation cart. It's not out as of doing this stream, but I think I saw an announcement for that, or something like that. And I think it might have Downfall Plus in it. Oh no! I was trying to fall and I just kept slipping. Hey, there he is. Lawrence, what's going on, man? So that's Mr. Reboot himself. And maybe he can clarify more on the whole compilation cart thing. I thought I saw, like, Albert at Atari Age make a post about it in the Jag section. I don't remember. But yeah, you can still download the original Downfall, though, and add it to your flash card. Or it works in... you know, it works in the Jaguar emulators out there, so you can play there. If any of you guys want to try Superfly DX or the original Downfall, you know, you can just grab a Jaguar emulator. They work perfectly fine in that. And I can vouch for that, because that's how I originally played these games a long time ago. Oops. Ooh, that was close, man. You just woke up. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. We just played... We had a nice hefty round of Rebooteroids. We got to, like, level 70-something, and then got a game over. Made a lot of mistakes in the last couple levels, which ate up all my lives. But yeah, good times. Haven't played it in such a long time. Still asleep. Gotta walk away to your desk, be at work in 13 minutes. Right on. The rat race level in Battletoads. Similar concept, yeah. Alright, so this is the jetpack. And again, these power-ups are all temporary, but this definitely lets you help correct mistakes and things like that, or pick up fruit that you wouldn't be able to get because you're on the other side of the arena. I can't remember if there's a notification when the power-up's about to wear out, like if it starts blinking or if it just, you know, if it just goes away. I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, it just goes away. No sound indicator or anything. So it's good to note. See, I can't get that balloon because I can't jump, I can't fly. So I have to just, you know, play it safe here. Fruity. Last strike will be in a month or two. Boxing manual and artwork are done. Oh, it does play a sample? Okay, I didn't hear it. I've got my volume kind of low in this one. I should probably turn it back up. Yeah, I want to look at chat, but I also can't pause this one. It doesn't let you pause it. Smart, because like, you know, if you could pause the game, then you'd be able to just pause and just, you know, figure out where you need to move. Yeah, and I can't get that one either. I could have got it if I went to the other side, if I was able to do that. This is gravity is getting me now. I like the little quips. Uh-oh, that was close. "64 bits of raw power," something like that. There's some goofy ones in here. It's great. Yeah, I wish I had access to a flash cart right now, because I would show you guys some of the original versions, like the original Downfall. But unfortunately, I don't. But apparently that should be arriving soon. That should be finished soon. I should, and once that happens, you guys will see a lot more Jaguar stuff here. Homebrew and otherwise. See if I can hear the notification when this goes away. Ooh, it's close. Oh, hey guys, you call this 64-bit power? I'm falling and I can't get up. Yeah, I guess it's a voice symbol that plays when the rocket goes away. I think that's what's going on. I need to be careful here because this is gonna wear out too. Level change. Yeah, it's a voice symbol that plays. Okay, I hear it. So you've got to be able to recognize things like that when you play games like this. You got to be like, okay, I hear that voice symbol. The power-up's gonna wear off. That way you don't do anything stupid and, you know, be in the middle of the screen in a big gap when your balloons or your rockets or your jetpack wears off. Yeah, my boots just wore off. I'm gonna need to start falling faster here soon, because there are longer platforms I have to run across, and you only have so much time before you get caught up in the top of the screen. Yeah, sorry for not looking at chat on this one, guys. It's so easy to die in this game. I want to just keep going as far as I can. Oh no! That's one of my problems when I play this game is I try to predict where platforms are going to appear, and you don't want to do that. Hey, X Chaos, welcome to the stream. Tony Hayden, welcome, sir. Welcome, Serpent Sword as well. Oh man, Jaguar 3D design is awesome. It's such a good game. That's gonna be one of the first games I play. Banco Winego, I remember that. Oh, Jag community. Yeah, Jag Wolfenstein 3D is really good. Once I get a flash card, it's gonna be one of the first games I play on stream. Let's see. Let's scroll back up. Hey, Ronnie, what's going on, dude? Hey, Richard Clark, thanks, man. I'm glad you stumbled upon my stuff. Feel free to check out other playlists. I've got, oh my god, I've got like, I think 400 something Let's Plays on my channel now, so yeah, lots of stuff, man. Hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for checking out the channel. And, so... Diamond in the mine gets you again. I don't remember. No, I think we actually managed to do that one just fine. Last strike will be in a month or two. Box and manual artwork is done. Awesome. Do you like Mario Maker 2? Yes. I had Mario Maker 2 before I sold my Switch a couple months ago. I played it quite a bit. So Downfall and the Rebooted is the original version with some new graphics, but all the features from this one added in. Okay, very cool. Yeah, Rebooted is the compilation one. Okay, awesome. Probably could have included a pause screen if the screen went completely black. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but then you could abuse the pause. If you hit pause fast enough, you'll still be able to, you know, see the platforms. I was thinking the same thing. I was gonna comment on that, but I was like, nah, that probably wouldn't have worked out too well. Yeah, it's a solid 30 levels. It's basically the same campaign that you get with the 3DO version. It's called, like, I don't remember if it's like the... Ronnie might know the name if he's still out there. It's like the Next Encounter or something like that. It's 30 levels basically made for, like... I think it was made for, like, the Super Nintendo version. And then the Mac version took that campaign and used it. The Jaguar version used it. The 3DO version used it. But the Mac and 3DO versions also had the original 6 episodes together as well, for a total of like 90 levels. Second Encounter. Okay, that's what it's called. Cool. Thanks, Ronnie. You're very much enjoying the playthroughs. You enjoy the fact that you don't supercut and you leave your errors in. More relatable. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad you appreciate that. Like, I do things a certain way here because I feel like, you know, some people would appreciate it, and it's always great to hear when people do, when they like that formula. So yeah, thanks again for checking out the stuff. The Jaguar needs an RPG game made by Reboot. I don't know if that's really Reboot's style. You know, they do a lot of arcade type stuff. That's really fun, so... Alrighty, so we're going to do one more run of this, then we'll switch over to Superfly DX. We're currently close to an hour and a half into the stream. And Superfly, we'll play Superfly for quite a bit. Superfly's got unlockables and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that we can try to do in that game. You know, funny enough, I actually didn't put that much time into Superfly DX in the past. You know, I've played a couple levels here and there and I enjoy it, but I've never tried to just kind of start from the beginning and try to just unlock stuff. And I'll explain, you know, that once we get into the game in a little bit. But we'll see what we can do here. See if we can beat 12,000. I'm in the wrong game. Yeah, speaking of Superfly, Ronnie, Civi11 posted his Daikatana video today. And I totally forgot one of your companions is called Superfly. Coincidence? I don't know. And we're gonna be playing a game called Superfly DX shortly. Speaking of Daikatana, when I finally go to play that game... Actually, I don't know if I'm going to go and play that game. I had it installed on my Windows 98 machine with the intent to play it, and then I saw Civi's condensed playthrough of it today. And seeing the struggles he went through with the AI, and I don't think I want to experience that firsthand. But I also don't want to go through the trouble of installing the source port for it. Actually, I don't think it's really a source port. I think it's like a patched, updated, a community patched version of the game. I don't know. We'll see. It looks like the game might be tolerable without your companions. Basically, on the updated community patched version, you can choose to play without your companions. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. But, you know, when a lot of those old school FPSs like that, I really want to play them on original hardware. I don't want to play like the updated GOG versions on Windows 10 with widescreen and all that stuff. I want to play them, you know, on an old computer. Ooh, that was close. Running an old graphics card, running Windows 98 or something like that. On my 4x3 CRT. I don't do visual novels, Alexander. Not really my thing. Alright, so we're almost halfway there.
Are we there yet?
No! I made a mistake. See, I thought I was gonna die, and then I landed on a platform right as it came up to the top, or right as I came up above the bottom of the screen. And, I didn't stop myself. I just kept going because I thought I was gonna die anyway. So I could have survived there. The N64 version. And you know what's funny about the N64 version of Daikatana is it's actually kind of playable to a degree, and then it becomes just like supremely unplayable after a point. And actually, you know, it's funny enough, Civi actually showed it in his video. There's this one hallway with these red lasers, and he couldn't get through it. He would try to jump in between the lasers, he would take damage and then die instantly, and that's exactly what happened to me. And when you die in that game, you've got to do, I think, pretty much the whole level over again. And I tried it like 5 times, and I said, screw it. I'm not doing this. Like, I was actually getting through the game, and, you know, I wasn't loving it, but I wasn't hating it either. Yeah, it was just a mediocre game. But I was like, well, I could do a live stream of this on YouTube if I managed to get through it. But then I got to those damn lasers. Yeah, no, not happening. Caverns of Mars. I haven't played that one. Good, got that fruit. I can't remember if the fruit values rise the farther down you get. We're gonna have to look at that. Oops, I missed those. Not a big deal. All right, so yeah, after this attempt, we'll do Superfly DX. I wish I could show off some other games, but I just don't have access to any right now. But once I get the Jaguar flash card and I get some get access to some other games, I will absolutely do a follow-up stream showing you some more of Reboot's titles.
How much further?
And of course, that'll be with... well, never mind. I'm not going to go there. But, yeah, I'm sure I could, I'm sure we could cook up a Volume 2 stream with some of the other titles. I'm going to actually have to go to Reboot's page and see what is freely available again. And for anyone curious, I do have links to their website in the description box, so you can check out all the paid releases as well as the freebies, the downloadable ones. For anyone that's got... Oh, that was lucky. For anyone that's got a Jaguar flash card or wants to do software emulation. Alexander, I'm going to start charging you for questions, man. It's going to cost you $5 for each one. Oh no, okay, I got close. Did I ever record Arkanoid? I have not, but I've played lots of Arkanoid over the years. My brain only has the capacity to answer so many questions in one day. You've got to let other people ask some questions, man. my question quota, or the question quota, is almost emptied. It's almost used up. I don't even know how to say this. I don't even know what I'm saying. Just don't listen to me right now. I'm tired. And I'm playing a game that needs, you know, my utmost attention. Every time I look down at the chat, there's a new question from Alexander. Maybe Alexander is actually not a human. He's like a robot reading everybody's minds, and he's actually asking questions that everyone else wants answers to, but they're too scared to ask. We're on to you, Alexander. So maybe in the end it's a good thing. Yeah, Superfly DX is going to need my attention. So I did a brief test run of each game today to make sure all these cartridges work and whatnot. This is my first time firing them up since I got them a couple weeks ago. And so I put time into each game too, and I wanted to see what like the screen sizes were and things like that. We're going to actually have to adjust the screen size on Superfly because it does populate the screen a little bit differently than the other games do. It's a little bit wider and taller. Yeah, it is Banco when they go. It goes Banco when they go. Oh man. I'm falling and I can't get up. You can't get up, that is true. You can go down though. Hey, we're at 8,100. I wanted that fruit. Okay, yeah, you do get more points for the fruits the farther down you get. So your score starts to snowball. It's good to know. 9,300. Alright, we got some shoes. I like the shoes, gives me a little bit of flexibility, like jumping over here. Alright, new stage. Ooh, that was lucky. Ah, see? I tried predicting a platform over there, and it wasn't there, so I screwed myself. Good job, Austin. You got a new super cute black cat recently. She's the ultra cute Halloween cat. She farts too much. Oh, okay. Superfly DX time. Is that flash cart finally coming out? Yeah, it should be soon. I think he's getting set up with finalizing the thing, or finalizing it, and then getting the manufacturing and distribution set up. So it's going to be distributed through, I think he's going to sell a couple of them himself, but it's mainly going to be through Stone Age Gamer and Atari Age, and then maybe some other place in the UK for that side of the world. Every time you pick up a fruit without missing one, the bonus multiplier doubles. When you miss one, it resets. Oh, so that's what's happening. Okay, I thought it was based on the level I was at. Okay, that's good to know. Superfly. Okay, I'm going to have to adjust this, so just bear with me here for a minute. But yeah, Superfly DX is a fun game. It is a simple game, but it is a fun game. So just bear with me here. All right, we're gonna have some slight borders, because I don't want to crop out any of the gameplay. Come on, OBS, would you stop auto snapping for me, please? That would be nice. There we go. Well, sort of. There we go. All right, that's as good as we're going to get it. Alrighty then. Alrighty. So let's see. It actually saved my progress. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Well, it actually saved everything. Interesting. So yeah, I played a couple levels just to try to figure out how things work in this game. So, Hunter is kind of what you want to play to unlock stuff, as far as I can tell. I don't know if you actually unlock stuff just by flying a certain distance. But if you go to View Unlockables, it tells you what you've unlocked. So we've gotten the Versus Challenge. And there are a whole bunch of other things you can unlock as well. Man, I like this cartridge release. Like, it auto saves. I thought you had to do everything with passwords. That's awesome. Okay, so actually, let's go back to game options, game style. Let's do free flight, and then select world. Under the sea. Let's go to stage. I'm gonna start with stage 2 because I did stage 1 earlier. Let's go ahead and play. So this is a one-button game. You press B to go up. You don't press B to go down. It's pretty simple. So yeah, what I love about you know, this title and some other earlier Reboot titles is the use of the parallax scrolling. It just looks really awesome. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers at least. Yeah, really, I've always loved, you know, smooth parallax scrolling like this. It's really awesome. The original Downfall also has this type of scrolling in the background, as opposed to that almost pre-rendered look, three-dimensional look that you have with Downfall Plus. But yeah, this is a one-hit kill kind of game. You touch the wall, you run into anything, then you die instantly. So it's definitely a game that needs your utmost attention. Might have to turn the game volume up just a little bit. I think it's a little bit quieter than the other two games. Yeah, this game's got a great soundtrack too. You can try to tap somewhat rapidly or at a regular rate to sort of stay put, as well, stay as centered as you can. But for most of what I do here, I just, you know, tap it, hold it, let go, tap it, hold it, let go. Hey, Kazuya. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't schedule this stream in advance. I meant to, but work just got in the way. Yeah, we were busy, so I couldn't step away to make my thumbnail and get it scheduled, unfortunately. So by the time I got the thumbnail finished, it was 5 p.m., which was when I was going to go live. So I just went live without really scheduling it. But thanks to everyone that's tuned in. It's good to be showing off the Jaguar again, especially some homebrew stuff. The Jaguar is a cool console. Maybe hard to justify for the prices it sells for these days, but it's fun if you dive into its library. Especially once you start dabbling with the homebrew stuff. Hey, Grinch. Yeah, so I don't even know if these levels end when you're in free fly mode or whatever it's called. And I don't know if your score actually tallies up to other, or adds up to other unlockables. I wanted to actually look into that before doing the stream, but again, I just started the stream at the last minute, so I wanted to try to pull up an old Superfly DX thread on Atari Age or something and see what people had to say about it. But it's not a big deal. I do know for sure that the Star Collection mode that we're going to play, or the Hunter mode is what it's called, I think. You do unlock stuff by playing that and collecting stars. Free Fly just goes on forever. Your score is added to the previous score count for overall distance. Okay. Does overall distance work towards unlocking anything? That's good to know, though, about overall distance. The first unlock is a distance target. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I got an unlock for collecting the stars, unless I confused it for distance unlocked. Or distance unlock. Alright, well if I survive, we'll get to 20,000 and then kill ourselves. Yes, you do have other sprites in the game as well. Like, I know there's a submarine, which is actually pretty cool. I like how the submarine kind of animates. How it bobs up and down. It's pretty cool. The distance unlock enables story mode. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten the distance unlock yet. I got the one that enables the versus mode. Yeah, I definitely want story mode. That'd be cool to do. Whoops. 20,000, there we go. It would actually, you know, come to think of it, it would actually be really cool if there was a way to speed up. To boost your score faster, but you'd be at greater risk of running into things. Alright, so let's go switch our game mode. So game style is Hunter. And like I said, I'll turn it up just a little bit, because I think the game volume in this is a little bit lighter than the other ones. Just 48,000 more to go. No, 18,000. Okay, cool. Alright, and we'll pick a different stage. We'll do stage 3. And, there we go, there's the sub. Alright, so Hunter mode, you have to pick up these stars, which makes the gameplay, at least in these early stages, a little more interesting. I know when you play later stages in the game, just the free fly mode or whatever does get a lot more challenging, just because the levels are more challenging, so... But in these first few stages, I think the star mode is more fun to play. You have more to worry about. Getting the stars hugged against the ceiling or floor is really tough. Ooh, that was close. You don't want to tap too much, because then you'll just ram yourself into the ceiling. Get those stars. I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this. It's one game I always wanted to try to put some real time into, but I'd only play like a level or two here or there, because I would just, you know, I could be a little ADD with my my games, as some of you guys know that have watched on Twitch for a while. I'll pop a game in, play a level or two, and be like, I'll come back and do this later. And that's always been Superfly. But it's got a lot of unlockables and things like that, a lot of levels to do. And it gets more difficult. So I've always wanted to put more time into it. Just focusing on those stars. Doing alright. Thankfully, it seems like, you know, grabbing them from down below is pretty generous. You don't even have to fully touch them, and as long as you just skim right by them, you'll collect them. So that's nice. Good for those ceiling ones. I actually like the floor and ceiling. It's got this like huge, like chunky pixelated look to it. I like it. It reminds me of like scaled up visuals you'd see in arcade games. The flashing on it is a nice touch too. Makes it so it's not like completely static. Alright, so I think he said that we needed 18,000 more points for our distance. So I might as well just keep, you know, keep rolling with this. See if we unlock anything. Oh no! You have to take Superfly DX in perspective. When we released it, most other homebrew games looked like the type of listings from the 80s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and even though you guys made this, what, like, over 10 years ago, it's still really fun. I think it still looks great. It's got a great soundtrack, and the fact that it's got unlockables and stuff like that is really cool. You know, it kind of it gives people a reason to keep playing it to try to see what else there is in the game, as opposed to like a simple arcade shooter where like someone might play for 5 minutes, put it down, and not play it again. Although, like, you know, the other games I played tonight are really fun. You're gonna want to come back and play them again anyway, especially Rebooteroids. That's just an excellent, you know, amazing game. But this is still great. You know, it's a lot of fun. So let's see what we got here. Let's hit C to exit. Everyone at the time was moaning on and on about how the 68,000 made all the games look like crap, and some still do. So we wanted to show that was a wrong assumption. Oh geez, it's been 10 years as of a month ago. That's crazy. You got one for me, Serpent Sword? Soul Divide. I love Soul Divide, man. I actually own the Japanese PS1 version of that. Yeah, everyone's heard of Turok, Alexander. I'm pretty sure everyone here has heard of that. So let's, I'll actually switch the code, or switch the level, because I think that, I need just a little bit more to unlock something else. So let's go to select stage. Just 1,500 more, I know, right? Alright. Oops. But there we go, we unlocked something. You've traveled a sufficient distance. 68,000. Oh, clever. That's awesome. 68K. Another feature. Okay, let's do a submarine Flappy Bird. Total distance pickups. Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually tell you like how many more I need to unlock something. All right, check out those options. Check Facebook Messenger. Okay, guys, I'm going to, Mr. Reboot himself wants me to try something, but he doesn't want the whole world to see it. I respect that, so hold on a second. Alright, let's see. I mean, my Jaguar D-pad's really clicky. Oh yeah, you like that LED cartridge? It's pretty sweet. The other ones I have are different colors. They've got different LEDs, and then one of them is like, I think, yellow or orange, and then I forgot what the other one was. I really like the red one, though. It looks really cool. Hey, John Evan, welcome back. Alright, see you, Dasan. Take care, man. Oh, man. I am super slow today. But okay, let's see what we got here. So, he had me enter a code. I'm not going to tell you what code it is, but we will see what it does. I'm going to guess it's probably a full unlock code or something like that. Let's go to game. Oh, view unlockables. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so this lets me it's gonna let me pretty much full controls, Kylie mode, mirror mode. Oh, nice, mirror mode. Hell yeah. Accelerate. Oh, sneaky. I think that's why he wanted me to use the code. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe that's, I want to try that. Maybe that's just, we'll do mirror mode too. Pause enabled. Nice. Reverse gravity. Oh, that could be, okay, that could really throw me for a loop. I don't know what full controls are. Maybe up and down. I don't know, I'm gonna leave that off. Nice, select world. Okay, so it's not gonna give me everything. I still have to actually play other levels. Let's do up through the magma. And game style. The Superfly story. Let me do another round of Hunter real quick, just to see what these options do, and then we'll do the Superfly story. I definitely want to check that out. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. So I can actually push myself forward. Okay. Going right to left is weirding me out too. See, the thing about that is that I can't bring myself back. Hey, Vince. I can't tell if I'm getting more points for doing that. Alright, let's go ahead and reset that. I need to go left to right. Oh, actually I have to go back to the unlockables. Forward doesn't let you go backwards. That's interesting though, I like that. I like that the option's there, that's pretty cool. I mean, what I was looking to do is try to decelerate, but I couldn't do that. Alright, let's try this again. Ah, so much more natural. Jeez, that's tough. Secrets. Yeah, getting much tougher. I would definitely love to see the other worlds available. See how much harder they get. Oh no! Yeah, there was no way I was getting through that. Yeah, I mean, well, the water stage is, you know, it's kind of like your training level. You know, it's your beginning level in the game, or set of levels in the game. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is game style. We're gonna do the Superfly story. I don't know what this is gonna do, so... Superfly awakes to find his girlfriend, Kylie, gone. Not again! He must swim from his top-secret underwater home beneath the seas, through the perilous caves, to his hidden submarine base. So that's where the submarine comes into play. Okay, I see. That's funny. So Kylie is your girlfriend. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you... Nice. So the level, I guess, will just end after the distance is counted down. Each 100 points is a little bit slower than a second. 6, 5, 4, 3. I mean, unless it is a second. They just feel like really long seconds. I don't know. There we go. And the distance is now counting down. All right. Whew. Oh, this swimming has made Superfly very, very hungry. As luck would have it, the oceans are full of yummy small fish, and our hero is a world-class sushi chef, thus fixing this plot hole. I assume games like this have existed before this. Maybe Lawrence out there, who actually made this game, can talk about that. Because I know some of their games have been kind of like inspired by previous games, like Downfall was inspired by previous games with similar concepts. I feel like there had to have been a game prior to this that had a similar mechanic. Maybe even on an old Atari system or computer. Yes, sir. He is the man behind Reboot. Or the current man. I don't know what, I don't know what the organization was like 10 years ago. But I know he's pretty much single-handedly programmed, you know, all the recent games. The original Superfly is on the Atari ST. Alright, last one. Awesome. Underwater Flappy Bird. Well, there's underwater, and there's fire caves, and there are other areas you can go to as well. So the original Superfly is on the Atari ST, and that's based off numerous tunnel runners on various 8-bits. That's okay. I had a feeling. It's just not something like you see a lot in this day and age, outside of mobile devices. So. MDK, yeah, MDK is a fun game. Fun game. Finally, Superfly is at his super secret submarine base. He quickly boards his trusty sub, dries himself off, picks the last of the sushi from his teeth, and sets out again to find Kylie. But first, you gotta get the sushi out of your teeth. Alright, so this is another distance one. I'm going to guess, this is just a guess, because I've never played story mode, that it basically alternates between play styles. So you'll get, you know, just the dodge mode, and then you'll get the collect mode. You still have to dodge in collect mode, but you need to collect your items, otherwise you won't finish the level. Almost there. It'll go distance, stars, all the way through. And yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Can you ask if these games were coded in C, or assembler, or a mix? I would like to know that, actually. Yeah, Vince is actually a programmer as well, so that's why he would ask. All assembler, yeah. I figured it was probably assembly. Because I know everyone that knows their stuff on the Jaguar has basically said, you know, to get the most out of it, you're going to do assembly. I'm not a programmer, I don't know, but that's just what I've heard, so. Oh, man. Yeah, Uber Disco Flappy Bird was massive, man. It just one of those things I was just kind of like. Once it started to get popular, it just snowballed overnight. It's crazy. The submarine starts to sputter. Oh no, he forgot to refuel it. As there isn't enough fuel to get to shore, he must collect pulpies? I don't know what that is. And somehow convert them into the GT juice the sub needs to run. Oh, I get it now. That's why when you collect these in Downfall, it says, I'm in the wrong game, or something like that. Okay. Yeah, I never got to this point in Superfly DX, so I didn't recognize that. But that's cool. Little Easter eggs in your own games. I like that. Acknowledging previous works. I always love that type of stuff. Now I kind of wish I played Downfall after this, so people would have gotten the reference. I'm not collecting that one, no way. Ooh, that was close. Not getting that one either. Not getting that one. Alright, we're good. Yeah, go check that out for anyone that programs and wants to consider making homebrews. You complete a World 1 of the Superfly DX story and have thus unlocked the next world for Free Flight, Hunter, and Versus. Oh, nice. Superfly arrives at the entrance to the Magma Caves of Doom. Doom. Buying rocket boots at the gift shop, and he shouts, "In we go!" And zooms away into the darkness with thoughts of Kylie in his head. I'm gonna actually go take a quick restroom break, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom. So I will be back. We will continue this story mode here and see how challenging it gets. So give me about 2 minutes. Alright. Oh, thanks for being patient. I appreciate it. I had to feed my cat too, actually. Yeah, I feed her at 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. So it's a little past 7 p.m. right now, so it's time to feed her. She gets really antsy if you don't give her her food. So... Okay, let's do this. Alright, so close to 60,000. Does she start meowing? Oh god, does she start meowing? Yes, she just, oh. She's the most meowy cat I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Once she starts, she just not stop. So it's like, you're better off, you know, feeding her. Don't delay. I'm one of those types of people that, or types of individuals that has a hard time filtering out things like random background noise, like my cat meowing. Because I know she's trying to get my attention. That's how she meows. She like stares at me and meows. If I move around the apartment, she'll just, her eyes will have a lock on to me and she'll just keep meowing. Like, I know you're trying to get my attention, cat. And when I'm stressed, you know, it starts to get to me. So I do try to make sure like I keep on top of her things, like feeding her at the right time. Every time I feed her, it gives me a break in the meowing. You know, when she does start meowing. There are a lot of times she's just super chill and she's just like laying down and she's fine. But when she gets up and she's got energy, she will not stop meowing. And she'll just follow me around the entire apartment trying to get my attention. It's like, no, cat, I'm busy. I'm trying to do something. Which is why I shut my game room door when I do a lot of these streams. Otherwise, she'll just be in here meowing the whole time. Some of you guys that watch the Twitch channel know exactly what I mean. You've witnessed it firsthand. Alright, so World 2, Stage 2. What's this? Bats? In a cave? This is the last place you would expect to find a superhero. With his cape flapping in the air behind him, Superfly Bat blasts onward into the lava-filled darkness. So I have to collect bats. Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish I went into programming or something like that. You know, I had the opportunity to try to learn in high school and whatnot, but I ended up not doing that, and I don't know. I feel like it's probably something I would have been okay at. I mean, especially in high school, I was a lot more kind of tuned for that stuff back then. As I've gotten older, I've stopped, you know, even thinking about messing around with stuff like that. But yeah, I messed around with BASIC a little bit in like late middle school, early high school. And then it's not really programming, but I did a lot of HTML stuff. Web design, web building, the old-fashioned way where you actually had to type everything in. I did that a lot, actually. Like some sort of scripting or some form of programming probably would have been a natural evolution for me. But yeah, I know I never pursued it or anything. I mean, I could always try to learn now, but I don't even know what I would do. Would I try to learn it and do it professionally? No, I don't know. Probably not worth even starting. One of your cats is like that, but she thrills more with a few meows for good measure. Learned on his own by visiting forums, yeah. The bats have taken Superfly's belts, making his belly flop out. There's still a long way to go before the exit, though, so with a mighty burp, Superfly leaps back into flight. I wonder if this means that it's gonna take me more to... No, I feel like I'm about the same. I was gonna say maybe like I don't fly up or flap up as quickly. I don't know. Oh. Let's try it again. Can't scrape things so close. Okay. I usually don't scrape things too closely in this game so far, anyway. I know there's going to be a point later on, based on what I've seen, that I might be forced to, but I'm not sure yet. You know what I really like about this game is you can play it one-handed. I was doing this earlier when I was starting the stream, or before I started the stream, sorry. I was like having a drink in one hand and then playing the game with the other. It's nice. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Yeah, that's like that right there, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, Ruben, with programming, like, I think you'd have to have a purpose for it. Like, like, you know, make video games with it. Or, you know, make a program that might be useful to you or someone else. I'd imagine if you're going to get into it, you've got to have a reason. Maybe you want to do it professionally and develop software for a company. Or maybe you just want to do it on the side as a hobby and make homebrew games for a video game console. Or the PC. I mean, there's plenty of programmers out there that do indie PC games. But to learn it just to learn it, probably not a bad thing, because, I mean, learning new skills is always good in the end, but if you're going to keep doing it regularly, then you'd probably want to have some sort of purpose. And it's kind of like with anything, really, that you learn. Ooh, that was close. What is this? Flying is thirsty work. This cave is larger than Superfly thought. But what's this? There appears to be drinks floating in the air. No time to wonder how or why. Our hero must get them to survive. Well, you can start small though, Ruben. Like, I remember when I was learning BASIC back in the day, I went straight into trying to make like a text adventure game. Like, you know, no graphics or anything. So like, you know, you build up slowly. Like, it's still a game, you know, it's not the game that you probably want to make, but it's still a game and it kind of gets you thinking. Oops. I was looking at chat. Told you guys, don't read chat and fly. It doesn't work. Wow, I got it. I got it without clipping the platform. Ah, oh, too high. Yes, we need 60. See, now I'm tense because I don't want to fail because I have to do the whole thing over again. So I'm like, do I fly up and grab it or do I not? My nerves just lock up. Good run here, though. Oh, I hate that one right there. Ugh. I'd imagine it's very easy to get over-ambitious in this day and age, in particular, with, you know, all sorts of different engines, and you got polygons, and then you know, if you're doing something 3D, you got to make models, and I'd imagine it's very difficult to do something on your own in this day and age. Like, you really need to work with someone else. But then again, you could always try to do something old and sprite-driven. Or if you have, like, no graphic knowledge, you know, just make stick figures or something that look a little abstract. I don't know. Yeah, do something a little abstract, like Rebooteroids is a good example. Like, you know, it's pretty easy to draw a triangle, I'm guessing. You don't need to be a masterclass artist to do that. And you add some funky effects in with it, and you've got something that's really cool looking and convincing. Okay, we need 20 more. That's tight. That's very tight right there. Alright, we got it. Whew. It's tough. Yeah, no, absolutely, Ruben. I mean, there are some guys like Ketsa Cho is an old shmup programmer. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he released like most of his games for free, and they're all just using basic objects like triangles and squares, you know, basic graphics and geometry like you mentioned, but they're organized in such a way that it just works. Like, he didn't really have to make creative graphics for it, but you know, the visual style just ended up working, and the games were really fun. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with just, you know, using placeholders or just, you know, using very basic objects, especially if you're just making something that's like a freeware game. That was Scorched Earth, Kazuya. I would love to fire that up in DOS and have one of my friends come over and do like a Let's Play of it or something. World 3. Alright, never been to World 3 before, so what's this? Professor Evil has also been kidnapped. The only clues are a partially nibbled leaf and a used United Republic of Earth Skybus pass. Superfly heads to the spaceport. Are we going to space? Oh, nice. This is cool. I have never been here before, so this is a first for me. Oops. Yeah, speaking of the tank game, Scorched Earth, a strictly basic one was, like, actually made in BASIC was Gorilla. That my friends and I would love to play back in the day. It was basically two gorillas on, you know, the rooftops of a city, city rooftops, and you would throw bananas at each other. And that's it. But yeah, Scorched Earth is the big one on DOS that so many people played back in the day. I don't know if that was made in BASIC. That might have been some other language. But Gorilla was absolutely BASIC. Might have been one of those ones that was like bundled with BASIC back in the day. Or MS BASIC, or Q BASIC, whatever it was called. Oops, god damn it. Oh, something that has monkeys. Yeah, so you meant gorillas originally. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a classic MS-DOS game. Yeah, I need to not die, because we've got 7,000 here. No, no! Why am I doing this? Yeah, when you hold the button, you go up. When you let go of the button, you go down. That's it. There's nothing else. Now you can unlock a speed up mode where you can fly towards the front of the screen. I don't know if your score goes up faster that way. We tried it earlier, but there's huge risk to it because you can't go back. Yeah, this is actually getting pretty challenging. Oh, come on. Too high that time. Superfly, you're just not the same in a helicopter. Have to start, you know, doing baby taps. That seems to be the key. Oh, dude, holy crap, the hitbox in this thing is huge. Pretty sure I saw a couple pixel gap between me and the wall, so I had to be really careful. Yeah, angry flap. That's what this is going to turn into. I keep resting my thumb on the D-pad like I'm gonna do something with it, but it doesn't do anything. It's all about that B button. That's it. If I remember correctly, I think there was actually like a special controller made back in the day. I don't know if it was a one-off, or if you could, you know, there was a run of them. But it was meant just for this game. It's just one big button. It's pretty funny. I'm sure if you do a Google search, you could find a photo of it. This is testing me. That was close. Alright, we got it. Whew. Oh, that was so close. I almost ran into that. Oh man, that was actually tense. Superfly finds a book called The Secret Plans of Dr. Chenelo and the Space Bandits. Some of the pages are missing, so he must collect them to discover their evil plans and rescue both Kylie and Professor Evil. This story, wow. Oh man. Alright, this is all about grabbing those pages now. Wow, so the border is flashing on this one now. That's kind of trippy. Because it's flashing to white and the background's white. Alright, see you, Simon. Take care. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. Alright, 29 more to go. No, man, come on. Ugh. I just zoned out there at the end. I just realized the screen's... No! Ah! The borders are flashing only when I pick up the pages. Man. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. Well, if I keep this up, I might have to just end the stream. Because we've got nothing else to play. Oh, jeez, man. All right. Let's try this again. $70 is a lot. $70 is a lot. Especially when you keep dying like this. Oh, man. Yeah! So I was gonna ask you about that. I do have it right behind me. But I don't know if you want me to show that off. If you want me to show it off, I would be happy to. But I don't know how far the latest build has come. Because this test card's from like 2018. So that's your call. $41. No! Just don't go past stage 2? Okay. Yeah, I can basically demo it. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna try again though. I just keep making really dumb mistakes. That's why I'm dying. Like I tap B for just, you know, like once too many. Or I hold it for too long. It's just as simple as that. Like this is tough, but it's totally doable. You know, you just gotta be on point. My eyes are dragging right now too. I was noticing I was having problems earlier with my eyesight. My eyes were like burning up and stuff was getting blurry and it was hard to focus, so this white screen does not help me right now. Oh, that was my fault. I held up for too long. So I gotta do those baby taps I was talking about. You know, it helps me out on the first level. That's how I survived. And again, I didn't do the baby tap like I was supposed to. Alright, let's try it again. Yes, YouTube's new dashboard's acting weird today. It's not updating the viewer count for me. Looks like we're at 19 right now. We were up to close to 30 earlier, which was nice. So, we probably would have had more people pop in if I had scheduled the stream earlier. But a lot of people don't even know I'm streaming right now. That's okay. A lot of people catch the archive, though. So, a lot of people will watch these games on the archive. Good to play some Jaguar again. I might do Jaguar Doom in the next couple of days. Try Nightmare Mode, just like I did with 32X Doom. Since the Jaguar is out, I might as well leave it out for a few days. Missed it. That was close. Doing that baby tap. No, come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just like you know, I've already told you the story. I sold my skunk board in preparation for Saints Flash Cart. At the time, it seemed like rapid progress was being made, and here we are 3 or 4 years later. Like literally 3 or 4 years later. But yeah, once I have a flash card, I'll be happy to show off other stuff and test other stuff and whatnot. But it's tough without it, and I don't like to resort to emulation. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like real hardware is where it's at for the testing and stuff. I'm just making really bad mistakes here. All right, we'll give it 1 or 2 more tries, and then we'll switch over to the Last Strike, the beta cart. We'll just play a couple levels of that. So you guys will get a taste for that. That's an upcoming homebrew. Should be out very, very soon. Very, very soon, actually. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the full thing is like. So I remember when I tested Rebooteroids, when I played the finalized product, it was like, whoa, they actually changed a bunch of things, and it was actually pretty cool. I was like, this is awesome. $41, $40, $39, $38, $37, $36, $35, $34, $33. Okay. Keep going, Austin. You got this. You don't got this. All right. Let's call this the last try. The last try, and then the last strike. Of course, for me, it's never the last try. I say it's the last try, and then I die, and I'm like, no, gotta do it again. 25 tries later. It's my actual last try. But hey, you know, me wanting to continue to try this is just a sign of a fun game. Good pick up and play kind of game. No! Why did I do that, man? Alright, well that's it. I'm gonna stick to my word. Yeah, Paul, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, the Jaguar homebrew scene's been going strong for a long time now. I'd say very strong for at least 10 years, thanks to, you know, a lot of Reboot's offerings, along with other people getting into it around the same time. So, but okay, let's, yeah, that's really awesome, Lawrence. Thanks for giving me that code so we could show off, you know, other parts of the game. And that was actually fun playing story mode. I want to go back and see if I can finish that up in my own time. Maybe on Twitch. So let's go ahead and power off. I was gonna ask, are the LED carts, is that something that you guys are currently doing for existing homebrews, or is that something you guys are planning on doing for future releases? Because I know Atari Age sells a clear cart versions, but I don't think they're LED board games, unless they do have LEDs in them. I don't know. All right. So I haven't fired this card up in a couple years since it was sent to me. About a year and a half ago. We just did them for some fun gift cards. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, I feel special now. Thank you. I mean, I know we traded, so it's like I gave you something for them, but still, I feel special having these cards. Because they're all games I like, and I really like how they light up. I put LEDs in all my pinball machines, so I'm a sucker for LEDs. Alright, so this is the last strike, like I said. This is an upcoming game. It should be released very soon. You can check out Atari Age. There's actually a thread for this game, so you can see the latest updates for it and whatnot. But yeah, this is a beta version from about a year and a half ago, so it might not be fully representative of the final game. Like, I don't know if the levels are going to change, or if the graphics are going to change, or if there are going to be any other tweaks. I don't know. So, but this is a lot like, what is it? Scramble? Is it Scramble's the one I'm thinking of? Where yeah, I feel like Scramble's the one I'm thinking of. So you can shoot horizontally, and then you can also drop bombs as well. And I think there are fuel canisters that you can shoot, which will give you your fuel back. There are weapon upgrades here. Like, I know there is a like a spread shot, and I think there might be like a rapid fire shot. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've tested this out. I basically tested it for a day or two, provided my feedback, and then that was the last time I played it. Scramble, Nemesis, Caverns of Mars, a bit of everything. Yeah. Okay. Just letting the title screen play to listen to that sweet, sweet music. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't try to do the QR code anyway. That's probably something I should have tested when I played this originally, because that's a good feature to test out. You know, because you guys got to make sure it works and all. Yeah, that's right. You can also pick up little dudes. So even though we're only going to play a couple levels, the levels are pretty long. So, and I think, if I remember correctly, there's a vertical gameplay style as well. So, like, we'll go to the end of a tunnel, and then it'll shift to a vertical movement. And then you can actually turn back and forth and aim both left or right, which is interesting. Yep, it is. Yeah, and this one's just a beta version, so it's coming out very soon, the full version. Well, technically this is a full game. You can beat the game, but we're only going to show off a couple levels. It's just an unfinished version of it. So all right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. C for credits. All right, let's go and hit exit. A for options. Alice is the first one. Yeah, music volume's all the way up. Auto fire on. I do recommend auto fire. I think it feels better that way. And the jukebox. I love that feature, man. Hey, thank you, Carson. I appreciate it. That actually does help me out. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, we'll play 2 levels. Per the request of Lawrence. I'm glad I'm able to show this off, actually. It's pretty cool. Alright. B to continue. Yeah. I don't remember it ever glitching out though, honestly. I don't remember ever having like crash issues or anything. Or maybe I don't think so. I think it was fine. Oops. Actually a little quieter in my headphones, so let me turn it up so you guys can hear it a little bit better. Yeah, and again, just like the other Reboot titles, the soundtrack kicks ass. Remember there being some really good, like, catchy tunes when I was testing this a long time ago. It's been so long since I played this. It's cool revisiting it. Yeah, because I basically only had this cartridge and Doom. That's it. You know, for quite some time now. So I haven't fired my Jaguar up in a long time as a result. But with these other 3 Reboot carts I received in the mail a couple weeks ago, I guess I can't remember if it was last week or the week before I got them, but it gave me another reason to fire it up again, which is great. And then once that flash card finally comes out, we'll be rocking the Jaguar again much more often. Because it is a system I really like. You know, if I didn't really like it, I probably would have sold it a long time ago because of how much they sell for nowadays. But it's just about actually having access to the games. Yeah, so your bomb kind of goes at just like a straight diagonal angle. Whereas something like in Scramble, it's sort of, it lobs at more of unique curvature. But this it's easier to predict where it's going. Again, this is a beta. I don't know if any of this is going to be changed in the full thing. So take what you see here with a grain of salt. To one extent or another. Oops. Not supposed to kill him. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Missing. My aim is off. Hey, get back here. Want to shoot everything I can. More points. Yeah, come to think of it, I think your upgrade, I'm pretty sure you get that after the level. So you can purchase upgrades after you beat the stages. And there are actually bombs you get that you can use, and I think I actually used it at the very beginning. Oops, killed him again. Your coin in the shop is the number of people rescued. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, here's the vertical section, I think. Unless we're going to a boss. No, it's a boss. Maybe it's after this? I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Yeah, so the control scheme actually changes a little bit. You can actually turn left and right now. And if I remember correctly, there's actually a part near the end where, like, you really have to, you know it's coming in advance. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught. So we'll see what happens there. And this right here, you lob your bullets a little more like you do in Scramble. Ooh, that was close. Like right here. Just keep moving. Ooh. Why did I do that? Oh man, I just ran right into that wall. I think that might be it for this level. Nope. There's more. But wait, there's more. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll do one more level. Mega Bomb, Twin Shot, Rear Shot, Shield, Extra Life. I've got 49 credits, it appears. I will do Speed Up. And Twin Shot, absolutely. Might as well do Shield. Now this is, again, the beta, so I don't know, these values might be tweaked afterwards, I'm not sure. Return to the battle. There's some really good music in this game, by the way. This is the tune I'm thinking of. It's excellent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah. Getting that speed upgrade is really nice. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. The sound effects for that are great. Alright. Can we get him? Nope. Yeah, so it looks like you can only go back so far. Alright, not gonna mess with that. Oh. I was looking at my meter. Not my meter. Oh, that's game over. Ah. I'm used to it saying, you know, where there being... I'm used to it where... I can't talk today. I'm used to it where, like, if it says 1, I have 1 life left. And not, I'm on my last life. But there you go, guys. You got a taste of levels 1 and 2 of The Last Strike. So again, this will be out shortly, and I'm sure there will be many changes between this beta version and the full thing. Well, I don't know. I'm just speculating. So... that wasn't my best score. That's weird. I like those samples. Alrighty, folks. I think that's pretty much going to do it for us. We actually went 3 hours, which is a little bit longer than I was planning. All really fun games. I'm going to come back and continue playing them. I want to finish the Superfly DX story mode, and I want to see if I can beat all the levels on Rebooteroids. So, I'll definitely be doing that sometime, probably over on Twitch, just for fun. And, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. If you guys have any last minute questions or comments, let me know. Lawrence, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And thanks for continuing to crank out these games on the Jaguar. If you have a Jaguar, you can pick up some of these games. They are available at Atari Age. You can also download some of the ROMs for free. Some of the old ones, like Superfly DX and the original Downfall, are still available to download on the website. I have links in the description box below if you're interested in checking them out. Even if you don't have a Jaguar, if you like what you saw, you can download a Jaguar emulator. Very easy to get set up, and these work great in that. So feel free to check them out there if you just want to play the games. They play fine with a keyboard or a gamepad or something like that. So definitely try that if you're interested in these. And, yeah. So, yeah, check the links in the description box for more information. And, you know, when a flash cart comes, I'll reach out to Lawrence, and I'll see about trying to get a hold of some other things, and I will show you guys a round 2 of Reboot stuff. because they've got quite a few homebrews between the free stuff and the other stuff. We can get you guys checking out some interesting homebrews on the Jaguar. So, but yeah, more Jaguar stuff to come in the near future, hopefully, once that flash cart releases. Also, like I said, I do plan on playing Doom on Jaguar sometime soon, maybe even this weekend. Trying to do a nightmare mode run, just like we did on 32X Doom. So, we'll try to do that and see what we can do with that. So stay tuned. That should be a fun stream when it happens. And, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that. I don't know what I've got planned for next week. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do that CDI stream next week. For people that are wondering, I am actually going back to night shift just for 2 weeks starting next week. The second half of the week, I have to cover for a coworker who's using vacation time. So I'm probably either going to stream on late Wednesday night next week, or I might even stream like Tuesday night. We'll see what happens. I have to actually try to flip my sleep schedule going Monday into Tuesday. So that's going to alter the days that I stream, or the time at least. We might start late, you know, like 8 or 9 p.m. like I used to, and then go halfway into the night. We'll see. Maybe I'll do the CDI stuff then. I'll have to think about it. So my schedule will be that for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be back to days again, working the first half of the week. I like this groove I've gotten into with, instead of streaming on Thursdays, streaming Wednesday nights after I get off work. So, you know, I'll probably continue to try to do this. It's nice because I don't have to use a day off to stream. I could stream the Wednesday I work. I only work 8 hours on Wednesday instead of 10 or 12. So I basically get off at 3 p.m. I'll start the stream at 5, stream until 7, 8, or 9. And then I have 3 days off after that that I can focus on practicing for Let's Plays or doing other things like that. So, but yeah, just another heads up, my schedule will be different for the next 2 weeks, so you can expect me to stream a little bit later when I do. And next week, I'll have a gap between my work day and the stream. So hopefully I can actually get something scheduled for you guys then, so you'll actually know I'm streaming. But thanks to everyone that did tune in. Thanks again, Lawrence, for hanging out as well. And thanks to everyone else that is watching or has watched or whatever. I'm blanking out right now. I'm super tired. So let me take these headphones off too. I always have more trouble talking at the end of the stream when I got music going in my ears. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Shout outs again to Red Zero Ranger for the super chat last stream, and big shout out again to Nihilus for joining up as a channel member last stream as well. Archive should go up sometime tomorrow, so if you miss any of this, you know, check the archive tomorrow. I will have it time coded with each game that we played, so Rebooteroids, Downfall Plus, Superfly DX, and then Last Strike Beta. So I will have that time coded if you just want to switch to a, you know, skip to a specific game. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So with that, guys, I don't see anything else going on in chat. So have yourselves a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. And until the next one, take it easy.